All right, so hello. You know, you would think I say that as like, oh, that's my intro catchphrase. No, that's what I think every time I press that start recording button. Okay, anyway, I still haven't done this combat event, bro. I'm still cooked. Let's talk. So day 5, incorrectly labeled yesterday as day 5. That's how cooked I was. Day 5, significant strides have been made on day 5. Let's talk. Let's talk about what strides have been made on day 5. I'll have more coffee. All right, so why's my water all jacked up here? What's going on here? All right, anyway, I'll fix that. That's a little too full. That was when I was messing with the water. Okay, so we got new water pipe set up. This is kind of funky, but it'll work. I might actually... No, I don't want to separate that into 2 conduits. I have to just look a little janky. But, got 2 lines going into this kind of like splitter. Looks a little weird because I should just put it on the corner like right here. But I like the way this looks. I've always kind of been the fan of this, like, when the water boomerangs back. Even though it can look a little weird, but it's for the setup and it looks fine. What the heck? This the Enfield technology we working with? What the heck? Bruh. Alright, anyway. I don't know what that's about. Up here, purely cosmetic. This is purely cosmetic. I need y'all to understand. Purely cosmetic, okay? That's what this is putting this like this. Purely cosmetic. And same for this line. Obviously, honestly, it should just be like 2 conduits, but like whatever. So kind of have this replicated. Batteries don't change. I did see on Reddit someone mentioned that you can have the... I need to take that down. There's too much water now. The eco farm done with just your Shirigen, and yeah, I went and did it. So because that freed up like 20 protocol space for me, actually 20 or 30. It was a lot actually, so worth doing. If you even do this. Wait, do I have to manually water this? What's the point? Alright, whatever, I don't care. I thought you said it germinated, not water it. Is it growing? I can't tell if it's growing. Right, I don't know how... I thought this was supposed to water. We'll see. Somebody said it on Reddit. It's supposed to work, but obviously this shit ain't working, so... anyway, I'll come back and look at that. Maybe I didn't read the... I actually didn't read the post at all. So I'll go back and look. Maybe I still need the sprinklers to work or something. But we're not here for that. We're here for factory. So yeah, that's this place. Let's go to JIngyu next. JIngyu had some changes that are significant as well. I forgot what I even talked about yesterday. I think I talked about marker stone, but I don't know. We'll see. No, I did marker stone this morning at 5 in the morning. So get ready for a lot of changes. All right, so down here in JIngyu, I opted to keep the sand leaf down here. Got a neat little shredding unit here, like a double up shredder. This came from some of the stuff I was doing up in I think down in Markerstone actually, but I actually really like this. I was really annoyed by this shredding unit having to take 1 and mess up my symmetry, but like whatever. And then just this little setup because I didn't care what this thing did. There's the water again, or the planters from yesterday, and I moved the separating units out to here. All right, so using up some of the space. There's a lot of open space, so I'm aware that like I have space to use. I need to fix this. I don't like how this looks, and I don't know where to put it. Like, I don't know. That's really weird. I kind of want to do a manifold with that, but it's so. All right, that's JIngyu. JIngyu was not a lot of work figuring out what to do with these planters, and once I figured out I can put this shredding unit here, it kind of clicked pretty quickly. Okay, let's go to Markerstone. Markerstone had significant changes. Actually, hold on, let me see. What did I talk about yesterday? Let me take a quick look-see. Because I talked about... this fucking title, Hedonism 3.5. The wild women, the ripping and the tearing, When the lights go out. Okay. What did I talk about? That's that stuff. Did I even do marker stone? All right, I don't know what I talked about yesterday, or do I?
Oh no.
Gross. I don't know. I freaking hate hearing myself. Like, I think my voice is awful, and it does not match like what I look like at all. But all my friends are like, "You crazy." Okay, so let's talk about marker stone. Oop, actually, first, let's not. Let me do this first. I'm trying to move. I got to move all these fluid tanks because I did not realize. Listen, y'all see my factories. You're like, wow, wow, it's a great factory. Thank you. You don't sound like that. That's how I sound. And I kept wondering why I had like no protocol space. The AIC area has its own protocol space of 60. And when I say AIC area, I mean this square has its own. And I was using 11 of them or 12 with the fluid tanks. And I was like, bruh. No wonder I never had any space. Which was good though, because it forced me to like build it correctly, I guess. What is this? Shiranite? No, Jinko. Okay. Alright, so here's what's going on. One, I have no idea where to put this depot bus port, so it's just going to stay here. Or, like, over here. Refinery Road got refined, and it's now Refinery Lane, because it kind of goes over and around. So all 14 refineries actually just stayed here, along with Zircon. They're all just here now. They're going to stay. Markerstone will just be busy. Really like this. And from the overhead view, it looks kind of like this. Very much like what I was able to pull off here with marker stone. And the refinery row. Conduits are either 2 or 4. So, oh, I need to fix that because that's a oneer. That's a 1. Yeah, okay, hold on, I need to fix that. 1. So I have these here as markers for the blueprints for people of how many water pumps each one of these conduits needs. So this is 1, this is 1, this needs 2, and this over here needs 2, right? That's what those are for. Okay. Yeah, I went back to conduits. I was getting really upset with how much, like, protocol or pipe logistics I had to use, and that I could not get this to look the same. So conduits are just back, and it is what it is. But again, I marked it so hopefully people don't get too confused. So that's a twofer, that's a twofer, this is a twofer. All like the cuprium ones are twofers except one, and this is an outlet for this goes out into a fluid supply unit. So that's what this is. Now I am very proud of this down here of Hedonite. So I'm using like 102 of the 118, or I don't know how. I think I don't know how much Shiranite I'm making anymore. There's 100 coming from, or Shirajin. There's 100 coming from the ground, and then I have more. All right, that's the best I can tell you. I haven't sat down to do the math. The AIC report is not accurate. Okay, this is not accurate. Because I'm not running out of Shirajin. I don't know how this is working. It's limiting. I don't know. All right, that's all I can tell you. I gotta sit down and figure it out. But what I can tell you is that I did not think I didn't know what to do with these last 2 cuprium lines. And I was looking at Arflinier's channel, and someone in there mentioned, I think it was Arflinier themselves, mentioned like 1.5 Hedonite. And I was like, fucking, I knew we could make Hedonite. I just wasn't sure. I was like, but how? How do you make Hedonite? Now, see, they didn't say how to make Hedonite. It was like, you can make, and I was like, how do you make Hedonite? Like, I don't have enough Shiranite for the gas. Like, I don't have enough for the gas. Like, how do I make this? How do I make this? I technically do have enough for the gas, but like, no, I don't have enough for the separator cores. How do I make this? And then I woke up in the middle of the night at like 4:45 in the morning or something, and it hit me. Whoa! I don't need Shiranite. Just use acid, bro. Just use the acid again. And I was like, fuck. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's what I did. Now, the problem was I was awake at 5 a.m. with 5 a.m. brain, all right? And I was trying to do the old setup of having like 2 reactors over here, right? Like 2 reactors, and like daisy chain and push the shredding unit through, right? And it just was not coming out right. There was something really funky about it. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I don't know. Didn't like it. Couldn't do it. Well, I looked at this and I just kept looking. You know, you just keep looking at it. You gotta stop looking. And I was like, oh, that's it. Hey, you know what? I could actually run this just straight into here and let the sewage come out like that. Okay, so I was like, oh, that's it. I can. This is like using nothing. It's like 3 things to make this. I can make the liquid cuprium over here and just ship it over, and I don't need to so what I was trying to do was make like the hedonite over here. I was like, maybe I can make the hedonite over there, like do both, but the output, you can only do 1 output. And I was like, okay, no, I can't do both because it's using the ferrium powder is what I saw. I was like, oh, the ferrium powder, I could just make hedonite over here, right? No, yes and no, but no, because of the output. You can only have 1 output. But I was like, wait, but I can just make cuprium solution and send it over. Like, I could just make some blood. Yes, I can. Yes, you can. So that's what I did. So I was able to reuse this crucible, this reactor, and send it over to here and just remake it. You know what I might do? I'm gonna do this. There we go. There we go. That's what I like to see. So I was really proud of that. I was so happy to get that. And then I got this lined up, and it looks pretty good now. But I was so proud of myself for catching that and being able to do that. It was very cool. This is just to let people know, hey, 1 acid pump, right? 1 acid pump. That's all you need. That's what the water, right? 1 water pump, 1 fluid, 1 dump. I will have to make sure to show people the build along. Man, I am not doing another build along, okay? I'm not. I will show people the fluid pump, but I'm not doing a full build along, alright? It's 2026. It's patch 1.4. I say, y'all hear me complaining? Watch me do a full build along. Watch me. Watch me. I think I might, because 1.4 is bringing in a lot of new players and a lot of returning players, and they may need help. If I do, you know what I might do? I might just do Marker Stone's full build, like, because the pumps are funky. That's what I might do, and I have to show people how to get this stuff in. But the other ones are like way easier. You just do whatever. So yeah, I'll do. Oh, whoops! Hit my mouse. I'll do that for Marker Stone. I'll do the full build along. Okay. Yeah, so that's Marker Stone. I'm really proud of it. I really like this. So it's probably going to stay how it is for now. I want to try and clean up this. What's going on here? Well, not that, but this input stuff. But I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Maybe nothing, honestly, because it's nothing to do with it. But yeah. So that's it. So that's Marker Stone. Now let's get to the big dog. I finally got this place cleaned up. And I am so proud of what I have made up here in the XCS. Sheeran Flow. I keep saying Sheeran. Xerin Flow Cloud Seeder, baby. Let's go. Let's take a look. Let's clap some eyes on this thing. Daggone. When the fucking lights go out, where do we go when the lights go out? Okay, so let's go up and take a look down. Okay, so actually first let's visit the gas station. This thing don't follow me. Let's go visit the gas station. Will this launch me backwards? Alright, gas station. Oops. Alright, gas station. It's not properly balanced. I'm pretty sure I'm bringing in 118. But I did get it down to just 3 conduits and 2 conduits over here. So that's very good. Because this is 100 from above. And then how much is this? 18, I believe. 12. So 112. what I'm bringing up. Maybe. It may not even be 112 anymore. I don't know. This is coming from the, we'll hold this for a second. Oh yeah, that's coming from my acid generator. Okay, so this is the gas station. It's pretty nice. I think it's 36, 36, 30 now. Yeah, 36, 36, 30. All right, so for Ano, I'm trying to reduce the amount of pipe control ports I'm using. If I don't actually need them, I'm trying to reduce them down, or put them somewhere other than like the output. So yeah, okay, so that is this. So this is making 12, 6. It's only making 6. Okay, so there's 106 Shiranite up there. And I'm using 102. Yeah. So there's only 4 left. Alright, so alright, let's check it. Let me go over here. So first we'll kind of start over here with the Shiranite. So this is, I limited this down to 54. The reason why I did that is because I make it 60, it'll cause us to back up, and I lose this free 6 that's generating right here. And I want that 6 to be generating. When it comes to the build, I want people to be making a little bit more Shiranite so that they can use it for whatever questing or whatever they're doing, right? Because there's somebody who has a lot of quests use this. They'll still have the Shiranite coming in. And if it clogs, doesn't matter, but you know, it's there. Yeah, so I limited this down to 6. I only needed 54. I need a full line of 30, and I needed 24 more. So that's why this is limited down. So how I solve this also is the water is also limited down to 54, but I did it back there, so it's not here. It's back on the pump. And this guy is the one that needs 24, and it pumps through only 30. So that's what this pipe control port is. It's only 30 because I didn't want this like filling up with water and then backing up. I did not want that to happen. So that's why this is like this. This one is making a full 30, and it's supporting one of the gas globes. I did not take 60 from above because I needed 36, 36. And I couldn't get a clean... I didn't want to send this up to the gas station because that's 100 plus 30, and that's too much for a pipe to move. A pipe can only move 120. So I opted to just send this one in there. Now, the good part about that is that is one conduit someone does not have to connect, and they could possibly mess up. So that's a good thing. So this one, all right, now this is regulating the 54 that comes out into a 36 output here and a 18 output there. Now this 36 is going to this fluid to gas, so it needs to power the fluid to gas transmitting unit, which has my favorite sound in the game, and I hate this thing doesn't move. Hypergriff, make this thing move. I love it. It's my favorite sound in the game. I love it more than the packaging unit. Okay, this is my favorite. If anybody asks you, the fluid gas transmuting unit is Senna's favorite sounding building. The gas globe is my favorite looking building. It's between gas globe and gas dispersing unit. But I hate the gas dispersing unit. But he looks like it's like Mario and Luigi. Okay, sorry, I got him. Okay, let me get back on point. Sorry. Okay, so this is limiting down to 36, right? 36. And I limited this down to 6, which means I don't have to put a pipe control port here. That just gets the other 30. That other 30 is making gas Shirigen, and that Shirigen is going out to the Pyrolite gas globe, one of them. Okay, so that's what's going on here. Let me go back. This is heavy Shiranite. This was already set up. I did not really mess with this, actually. I changed how this piping came in, but I'll go over that when I get over there. So this is slightly changed, but nothing too different. Whoops. Purification node combined. I did mess with the carousel a little bit, but it's not a true carousel. It doesn't like come back or anything. And the conduit's now inside. I got it from crossing the barrier right there, so now it's just inside. which I might move it up. Oh, I can't move. Yeah, I can move it up. No, I want to put it here, but I can't. So this is just going to stay how it is. I like it. I like how it looks. Okay, now these two conduits are 36 conduits, so these are both moving 36. There is, instead of using the pipe control, because I did not want to constantly look at cancels, because that's how the pipe control port works. Even though I talked about, like, there are certain cancels that are good to see. Like, this is a good cancel. Well, not that. That's not a good cancel. What's going on here? Oh, there's just too much in the pipeline. I gotta take one down for a second, and I'll fix that later. But these over here are good cancels. This says that the pipe control is working, right? So that's fine. But I didn't want to constantly look at them. So I opted for the classic splitter. Also, the main thing this let me do, which is going to sound kind of weird, is I was able to split this into 24 and 12 and send it down on 2 lanes. I originally had a manifold, it wasn't working. So this is 36, right? 36 comes out. A splitter splits it into 3, so it's 12, 12, 12. So 12 to the left, 12 to the right, 12 to the front. Well, if you just loop the right back in with a converger, now it's 12 to the front plus 12 to the front is 24. And these 4 solid to gas units need 6 each. 24 divided by 6 is 4. Bing, bang, boom. Easy clap. Same for that side. So same thing happened on this side. In terms of splitting. So that was cool. Now, actually, yeah, I'll do this in order. So this side was a pain in the dick to work with. This is what I did at lunch break. I had a brain blast and I needed to, like, really lock in. Not really lock in. I had a brain blast and I had to capitalize. So what I wanted was what we saw it in the preview thing, the 1.4 preview, and I was like, I want that daggum bus thing with, like, both of them on each side. I want both of them on each side, and I want the production to flow this way. And I was trying to get the purification units lined up, but I was like, okay, wait, no. Heavy shear night is a smaller production. It's just not going to line up, and I don't care. I'm not going to fight this thing to get it to work. Actually, I didn't center this. I didn't center this thing. What is this? 6? 8. Yeah, I need to move it over 1. Then it'll be 7 on each side. Oh boy. Can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. That's no problem. Oh, and this won't come straight down in. Oh yeah, it will, because all this gets moved over. That's fine. Alright, I'll mess with that later. So, okay, now, here's what's going on here. Whoa, Rosina. Alright, so the pipes, input-output pipes on buildings are static, and so that causes an issue because I'm not building to the left here. I'm trying to go to the right, but the arrows are all to the left. This way works fine. All arrows to the left. This way. So how do I do it? How did I pull it off? Can he do it? Does he know? Alright, so to pull it off, I knew there was a lot of pipage going on, and I did not want to fuck with that. Okay, I was like, what is your deal? Oh no, you're slowly draining out. That's right. It's taking forever though. Yeah, that's draining out. Okay, so to do this, what I had to do, I can still line these up, no problem. These 4 lined up. I don't like this, and I don't know why they make me do this, but whatever. So those 4 lined up, all combining and moving. I wanted this. So there's other ways I was doing it, but it was like 2 and 2, but they were always off. They were always really janky. So I wanted 1 gas line going up. And I don't know why this gas dispersing unit keeps looking like... I don't know why this thing is doing this, but whatever. Into the purification unit, right? And this is what I had to figure out. So, since people don't have to connect conduits in blueprints anymore, it's fucking... Let's go! So the only conduit that has to be connected are these 2. Which I need to do this while I'm here. So this is the marker. This is a marker for the blueprint. That's what I've been doing. So that's Energen. This is Shurigen. Alright. This one you don't have to, no one has to mess with. Alright, so there we go. So, instead of trying to, like, mess with the bridges and trying to get the stuff next to each other and, like, have this gas dispersing unit over here and like run the pipes around it. Not doing all that. I am not doing all that. We have all this space. I am not a compact builder. We are not building compactly. So I'm going to use the space and have this weird border that likes to shift amongst itself. That is funky. I wish I could actually move this like left one, but gotta get the separator cores in. So I just did all this through conduit. So this is coming from the south down here, or the west down here, and then this one is coming from the gas station. So this is the one that people will have to connect. This is coming from the gas station, and then this is coming from up here. I don't know what to call this. This is, it's like a little alchemy lab or something. Yeah, to make the acid and stuff. So it actually, this solved my problem so much. I was so happy. Should I look this back on? I'm heading out for the day. I will look at home tomorrow. Okay, that's my boss. That's crazy. Okay, so this simplified my production a lot. It made it really easy. I was like, oh, okay, I can just fit everything in here. I'm not constrained by space. I was not messing with this. The crossing of the line, I was like, I freaking hate this. And the best part is, it looks really cool. Well, to me, it looks really cool. I'm taking all the, after I make the blueprints, I'm taking all these marker pipe control ports down. I don't like these things. Actually, I need to put one here, too. Now, this, I can't do like a 3 to say 3-6. That's not going to work. People just have to watch the video and do what I say. But I will mark them. Who else needs to be marked? I think this one. Nope, not that one. Only the ones people have to do something with. I think this one has to be marked because it goes. Whatever, I'll check it. There's one that goes to the gas station somewhere. I think it's actually this guy over here. I think it's this guy that goes to the gas station. Let me check, actually. Where do we go? Yeah, this is the gas station. So this will also need to be connected. When the lights go out. Like that, and then let me mark acid while I'm here. Alright. Okay, so with that said, this is my Pyrolite setup. I really, really like it. And I don't have to, I was going to try and do like a separate setup for making Hedonite, but because we can make Hedonite now on the low. Where's the Hedonite parts? Yeah, because we can make like 1.5 a minute Hedonite parts, I'm not worried about it. Whoever wants that stuff, it'll just come in and they can use it as they need it. For like towers and stuff, I still wanted to make that. I need to figure out how to make cuprium parts for people. I need to figure that out. Cuprium parts is really easy to make, but I need to like show where you can siphon it. I think you can siphon it off of one of the. I'll put something down. Okay, so now that's it. So solid to gas transmute comes in, goes to my fitting units. I had to kind of finagle with this whole little setup right here and getting this over. I actually hadn't made these pipes yet when I did this, but luckily I had put them random through here. And what's going on here, Sino? What is this nonsense you got going on here? All right, so I actually don't want 6 a minute. I actually want 3 a minute. So I need to fix this. Now, how I can... So other people, I'm just gonna leave this for everyone else. But if I only want to make 3, I would take out this splitter and run it straight through. So it's double splitting, which is sending, excuse me, one full line. The double split basically sends one full of the heavy shearnite and one of the fitting units in to make it at full capacity. Oh, it's more than that actually. It's double. It can't make it fast enough. Wait, why does it keep doing that? Why is it backing up like that? What am I doing? I'll look into this. That shouldn't be backing up. It should cleanly move through and have nothing blocking it from exiting. But it's like something's blocking it from exiting. And that's really weird. I'll come back to that. Everything was been working. As in, like, I haven't been messing with anything. Was I? I don't know. But see, that's weird that the parts and the heavy shearonite backed up, because that means that the pyrolite component backed up. I'll take a look. But anyway, this, in theory, this works. So I'll see what's going on there. Because the components being stuck is worrying me. Alright, so that's that. Then we have... Okay. So then we have... This up here is to make... if we have 102, 100 shearonite coming in, right? From shearogen coming in. But I need 102, right? Yes. So I had to make another 6. It's very weird, man. Don't ask me. So that's what this is. This is making some liquid. It's making liquid shearonite for the acid. We have to make the acid anyway. So I was like, well, may as well make 6 more. So this is 18 coming from up here. This liquid shearonite. This is that guy. This is making 18. Yeah. And so that's all 3. That's to power the fluid gas transmuting unit and this fluid to gas to make stuff. Now this goes up to gas station. Yeah, that goes to the gas station. And that is 6 a minute. That's all you needed. All I needed was 6 a minute. And then this is the conduit inlet for this guy, for the gas dispersing unit. So that's what's going on. Really digging this. And I have a little bit of free space over here. This will be good for people who want to set this up and then go do their stuff. I believe this will work without, like, this doesn't clog like shearonite or zircon does. So I believe you can set this factory up, undersupply it, and it will still just work. As long as you supply this shearogen and the shearogen, or this stuff, the energen, sorry, and the acid. Actually, what is the acid called? It's called something else. Acrid. And this, I think it'll still work. And this stuff, I think it'll still work and not like shut down. And then as you get more stuff and you add more stuff, it'll start powering back up to be what it should be. So I think I can comfortably put the blueprints out, and then people can just set it up and modify their gas station as needed. So like what I might, you know what I might have to do for the blueprints, I think I'm gonna limit all this stuff. So like this will be 36 or 24, this will be 12. This will be whatever it's supposed to be, unless it's an out, like this is an output that can only be a certain output, so I don't need to limit that. Same for this is already limited, so I'll probably do that just so people can't like brick their stuff if they supply too much to the wrong area. Won't like overfill from somewhere else. But you know, follow the video, it won't brick. So anyway, that's the video. 30 minutes long, but I had a lot to explain. I think I might do, before I do the build, I might do a short video explaining these buildings for people who are currently trying to do wooling stuff. It was kind of complicated at first, but once you get it, it's like, oh hell yeah, it's intuitive, I would say. Maybe not intuitive, but it's easy to, it's not easy. I can work with it now. I understand what's going on with like the requirements to charge up, the stable like I like this charging animation, that's funny to me. And then like the stable environment, or the different environments, which there's 4 environments actually. What's the 4th one? It's water, gas, where is it? It's water. Oh, this aquagen. Where the hell does this come from? Oh, clean water. Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong at the farm. I need to make aquagen, not energen. I was wondering about that. I was like, energen is like inert. Why would the water be inert? Bro, okay, I'll go fix that then. That's why my farm wasn't watering anything. Okay, so anyway, I guess today we learned. I guess I should be looking at things. And then there's shearonite environment, right? Yeah. So there you go. That's the video for today. I will See you on day 6. There should not be a day 5.5. I did a lot today, so